So news has now broken that Pete Hegseth plans to rename several Navy ships currently named after civil rights icons, including Harriet Tubman, Harvey Milk, and Medgar Evers. According to documents obtained by CBS, Hegseth plans to start by renaming the USNS Harvey Milk, which honors the legacy of the gay rights campaigner who served in the Navy during the Korean War before being discharged for his sexuality. This act is deliberately timed to coincide with Pride Month as a calculated insult to the queer community, including queer service members and veterans. But while Pete Hegseth wants us to focus solely on the fact that he's pulling this little stunt, I'd rather talk about why he's doing it. Renaming these ships is a way to drown out and distract from the very real issues faced by hundreds of thousands of active duty service members and veterans. These brave individuals are starting to voice their concerns about the myriad of ways that Trump's policies are hurting them. In just 2 days' time, a veteran-led coalition called Unite for Veterans will host a march on Washington that is expected to draw tens of thousands of service members, veterans, and their families to D.C. to protest cuts to the VA and veterans benefits. And the military community has also started to get loud about Trump's one big beautiful bill too, specifically the ways it will harm service members and veterans, along with their families, in a lot of really important ways, including cuts to the budget for food stamps, which tens of thousands of active duty service members depend on to make ends meet each month, as well as massive budget cuts and hiring freezes that have forced dozens of military childcare centers to close, leaving military families without any options for childcare. Because here's the thing, when Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump talk about returning to a warrior ethos, what they really mean is grooming the American people to forget that service members and veterans are humans too. They don't want you to stop and actually listen to the people who served and put their lives on the line, because then you might actually hear what they need from their fellow Americans, or more importantly, what they need from our elected leaders in DC. Reducing service members to simple warriors helps you forget that they are also moms and dads, husbands and wives. They are well-rounded humans with hopes and dreams beyond just being in the military. They are not just G.I. Joe action figures that politicians in DC can use for propaganda, send to in foreign deserts, and never owe anything in return. So if you're a conservative and you really support the troops, maybe it's time you stop cheering petty little hateful stunts like this one so loudly that you end up drowning out the voices of service members and veterans who are screaming that they need more from us as a society, and that they need more than just lip service from politicians in DC like Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth.